Okay, welcome back to SparkiMath 1. And this time we're going to do an octagon. An octagon is an 8-sided shape. And to get into SparkiMath 1 mode, we want to push our square key 4 times. Sparky claps his grippers and shakes his head. And now we're into SparkiMath 1 mode where we can see all the angular shapes. And we're going to cycle through with the right arrow key until we get to the octagon. And here we are at the octagon. Let's make the side something reasonable in size, like, let's make it 10 centimeters. Remember, Sparky works in centimeters, not inches. So let's key in 10 and push the square key. And since all the sides are the same, all we have to do is key in one side, unlike a triangle or a rectangle, where we have to key in different sides. So with the octagon shape, we just key in one side, and kind of remember that it's 10 centimeters, because you may be asked that question later. And most of your students should be familiar with an octagon, because it, again, looks like a stop sign. All right, let's let Sparky continue to draw the octagon. All right, here's our first question. How many sides are in an octagon? Pretty easy, that's 8. So let's key in 8. Push the square key. Yep, Sparky likes that, he claps his grippers. Redraws the first side. Turns. Ask the next question. How many sides are left to draw? Well, that should be 7, so let's key in 7. Sparky again likes that. And ask the third question, which is how many angles are in an octagon? And that would be 8. Since it's an 8-sided figure, so we key in 8 and push the square key. Sparky agrees by clapping his grippers and moving up, redrawing that next side. Then he says, how many angles are left to draw? And I think it's 5, so I'll key in 5. I'm not sure. Yes, it is 5. 5 more angles left to draw, so Sparky likes that and redraws that side. And then he comes up with the question, what is the next angle of this octagon? Now you can stop here, you don't have to answer immediately. You can stop, take out your protractor, and put it down on one of the sides to actually measure what the angle is. And you can actually calculate it too, but let's measure it. Or try and measure it this time. And you got to be very careful about this. It looks like about 133, 134. That's the lower number there. So I'm going to key in. Oh, I keyed in 136. I should have keyed in that. But look, oh, that's the wrong answer. The answer is really 135. So it's really 135 degrees per angle on the octagon. That's the outside angle. Then he says, what's the next side of this octagon? Well, I'm so confused now that I can't remember. I think it's 11 centimeters. Let's see what Sparky says. No, it's not. Oh, that's right. It was 10 centimeters. So the correct answer is 10. We're always given the correct answer, even though it's wrong. So students can correct their mistakes if they need to. But again, they need to pay attention to this to do all the answers correctly. How many angles are left to draw? That's 2. Yeah, we can see that there's really only 2 more angles left to draw, so let's key in 2. Yep, Sparky agrees. And then finally he comes up to his last question and says, how many sides are left to draw? Pretty easy, that's 1. Let's key in 1. And Sparky likes that too. So This is a good way to show students what an octagon is all about by having them key in the numbers to draw it. And again, they can take these papers home, sign them, show them to their parents, show them what they've done in class. And I think that will impress both the students and the parents as well. So once again, this has been the octagon shape. Hope you learned something, and hope your students learn something with it as well. But remember, just have fun. That's the most important thing.